So look, you want to get your work ethic so high that people actually admire you. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Do people know you because of your unbelievable work ethic? If you can't answer yes to that, man, you're not going to get in that top 10%. You got to get at the top. People have to know you, not because, oh, he's a good salesman. Oh, he's a good this. Oh, he's an artist. Oh, he's a good pianist. Oh, he writes a great, story. No, dude, people need to know you for one major thing first. He works. He produces. The guy's there every day. The guy's pushing and shoving. Because the truth is, no matter how good your ideas are, how good your art is, or how good your skill set is, if you're not working, man, if you're not vibrating at a frequency that people say, my God, how does that guy do all that? If you're not vibrating at that rate, 10x levels, massive action, tremendous work ethic that's just a muscle now, and it's just a discipline in your life, and it's a normal way that other people think is abnormal. Ryan Seacrest, Tom Cruise, Oprah, Steven Spielberg, Donald Trump, still pumping and working as a billionaire. Look, if you're not working at that level, you're not going to make it. Get your work ethic in, man. It's the American way. Work ethic. Check it out.
What does success mean to you in a word? Money. That's what I like. What else? Winning. Winning. That's what it means to coach. What else? Say again? Recognition. People recognize somebody. Okay, what else? Come on, man. Talk to me. Power. Oh, I like some power, dog. Okay, what else? Huh? Respect. Okay, what else? Happiness. Okay, what else? How about a hot chick? Could it mean that? Could it mean that? Could it mean that to a guy? Okay, exactly, all right? So look, today I want to talk to you about something that was never taught to me in school. Success. What is it, man? What is it? To win. Somebody said it's to win. Somebody said it's the girl. Somebody said it's money. Somebody said it's power and respect and admiration and people recognize me. Look, everybody in this room should have some of that. Would you agree? You're going to either go get it or somebody else is going to go get it. This is how this thing plays out, okay? It will have nothing to do with your grades. It's going to have something to do with whether you decide and stay focused on what you want in your life. Okay? Everybody's going to have a choice to get it. There's two types of people in this room right now. And that's it. There's two types of people. People that are going to get what they want and the life they want, and people that don't. Two types of people, folks. People that get the life they want, and everybody else. Okay, what group you want to be in? Okay, two types of groups. What are they? Get the life they want, and everybody else. My little girl, she's 3 years old. She wanted a piece of gum this morning on my way to work. She's like, Papa, I want some gum. I'm like, baby, you don't get gum until you eat your breakfast. Now, you know that. She's like, that's not fair. I said, life is not fair. Life is bad for too many people, good for a bunch of people, and great for this many. Which one you want? Because it's not fair. How many agree life is not fair? How many see bad things happen to good people? Happens all the time, okay? So I want to talk to you about what is success. For me, success is defined because all of you said money, the girl, the house, the career, respect, admiration. For me, money is defined as the gap. It's the gap. The difference between where I am right now and where I want to be. It's the potential, my potential, this, to get to the next level, okay? How many believe you have a greater potential than what you're using right now? So I don't know how old I look to you. It's curious to me. I wonder what age do y'all think I am? 25. Okay, what else? The hell? What's wrong with you laughing at me, huh? Okay, how old do you think I am? What do you think, 25?
36.
36? What else? Keep guessing, man. I got gifts if anybody can get it. 42?
37.
Okay. You know what? It don't matter, okay? Y'all already made me feel good. So look, check it out, all right? I was 15 years old, okay? Just let me explain to you. I was 15 years old, and the biggest problem I had when I was 15 was I was bored too much. I was bored all the time, man. I was constantly bored. I didn't have enough to do. I didn't know anything about potential. I knew I had potential, but the biggest reason I was bored is because I wasn't going after my potential all the time. It's why I didn't study. I didn't pay attention in class. Okay, when I got out of class, I didn't know what to do. I didn't think my grades matter, but they did matter. You know why? Because until I actually learned how to read a book, until I decided, hey, I gotta read, man. I gotta learn how to read. I couldn't fulfill my potential. Everything you want, folks, everything you want is in a book. Everything you want to learn in life is in a book somewhere. You can resist it. The average American reads one book a year. Okay? The average American reads one book a year. Some of you, you're like, damn, that's more books than I read last year. Okay? I've written 5 books in the last 4 years. Because when I look at America today, I'm like, oh my God, America's in trouble right now. You know why? Because average is an epidemic. Average people, average athletes. 250,000 kids every year come out of high schools playing basketball. 250,000 kids every year are playing basketball, scholastic basketball, in order to try to play in the NBA. You know how many out of 250,000 play in the NBA? 5 out of 250,000. Life ain't fair. Life is bad for a bunch of people, good for a lot of people, and great for a few. You guys got to decide where it's going to be, okay? Like, your potential is where you'll determine your greatness. I challenge you this summer to only be focused on, hey man, what's my potential? Because if I'm operating in my potential, the next place, no matter how good you are, how many agree there's another potential? No matter how good you play your video game, no matter how good you are in school, no matter how good you are on the field, there's another place where coach is trying to push you to that next level, and that's where it gets exciting. That's where people get excited. LeBron could retire right now. 2 rings, money he can't spend, right? Why does he stay in the game? What keeps him excited? It's not yesterday's success. It's his potential. It's this right here. And everybody in the room's got another potential, okay? Failure is defined falling short of your potential. There's 2 types of people in the world. People that get whatever they want, when they want, how they want it, how much they want of it. They get their cake, they eat it too. They can toot their own horn. They get to play wherever they want to play, go where they want to go. They never run out of money. They never run out of women. They never run out of whatever they want in their life, okay? And then there's everybody else. I got one woman in my life. I decided, hey, one woman's good for me. When you get the right one, you just settle on one, okay? When I fail, I don't get what I want. I don't fulfill my potential. 10X, this book that I'm going to give you, that JJ, by the way, give JJ a big hand for donating this book to y'all, all right? If you hate reading, okay, you will love this book. If you hate to read, I guarantee you could read this book in 2 nights. If you have never been able to read a paragraph in a book, I guarantee you can finish this book. Because I write the book exactly the way I talk about exactly the way I'm talking to you right now. Okay? In this book, it talks about competition. Competition's for sissies is one of the chapters. I think it's chapter 10. Competition is for sissies, little babies, little girls. Okay? Competition is for losers. You don't want to compete, folks. You want to dominate your space. I want to dominate space. I want to walk into a space and own it, not compete with somebody else. I don't want Rocco's game to determine how good my game is, right? Because that's a little reactive. If his game's good, my game gets better. Sounds like it's good, right? Oh, that's good, man. He pushes you. Competition pushes you. But what if his game's no good today? Then what does that do? Does that cause me to back off? Could, right? All of a sudden his game gets better and I get better. I'm waiting. It's reactive, okay? I want to dominate. I want to make a decision when I'm walking into a space to always go for my potential no matter what. 2 types of people, those that get what they want in life and everybody else. This book is going to show you exactly how to be that first type of people, to get what you want in life, when you want it, how much you want of it, whether it's money. How many of you like to have money? Money's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. People are going to tell you it's a bad thing, okay? You want your own money or your dad's money? I want my own money, man. I don't want to have to check with him. Hey, can you give me a little bit? Okay? Right? Can you give me, hey, can I have some money? It doesn't have to be like that, okay? Look, there's people walking out of high schools right now saying, hey, I'm going to go get my piece. And you guys have an opportunity right now to learn it in the auditorium, to learn it on the playing field every day, to build that discipline to say, hey, I'm going to get what I want. Don't wait until you're 25 or 35 or 45 years old. Start building that discipline right now to get what you want, because there's 7 billion other people on this planet trying to get it, trying to get this thing called success. See, most people think success is a straight line. I'm going to get out of high school, I'm going to get a job, and everything's going to be fine. That's not how it plays out, folks, okay? This is how it plays out. Guy decides he wants something, and the line gets all squiggly. See, that's really what success looks like. What this guy did over here was he persisted. This guy's in a fantasy. This is a fantasy. It's not how it works, okay? See, right now, a guy decides over the summer, hey man, I'm gonna get this job this summer, and I'm gonna make some money this summer. And then he gets distracted by the first squiggly. I don't know what he's doing. He's squiggling off because he's not focused on his success. He squiggles. You ever use this term, squiggle? Yeah, man, I'm doing a squiggle. You know, I'm gonna go out and hang out with the guys this weekend. It's a squiggle. It's off path, off purpose, off potential. And so he ends up in a bunch of loops over here. Most people get stuck in loops. I did it. When I got out of high school, I was in a lot of trouble. Didn't have any focus. Wasn't fulfilling my potential. Was distracted. Didn't have a coach. Didn't have an older brother. Didn't have a father. Lost. What am I doing? Okay, don't know where I'm going. I know I got this potential. It's sitting there inside of me. It's a little candle burning. I know it's there. I hadn't quite put it out when I was 20 years old. But it was low. Any of you ever been there? What am I doing every day, man? Why am I getting up every day? Why am I going to school? I didn't even know why I was going to school. I was just going to school. I was just doing school. I didn't even want to go to school. See, I'm squiggling around, okay? If you persist and stay focused and surround yourself with other people that persist and stay focused, who knows, maybe you'll come out the other end. Two types of people, what are they? People that get what they want, have the life they want, and everybody else, okay? So look, here's the 4 degrees of action. This is what I'm going to challenge you to do this summer. Number 1, do nothing. Everybody in the room's done that before. How many in the room have done nothing before? Okay? You think you have. Actually, number 1 doesn't exist. Number 2 is to retreat. Okay, I'll explain all these. These are the 4 actions you're going to take this summer. To do nothing, sit around and do nothing. Number 2, to retreat, to back up. Okay, you ever retreat? You ever retreat? Anybody in the room ever retreat? No, never. Retreat, back up. I'm gonna back up. Hey man, I need to study right now. And then you decide not to study. What is that? That's backing up. That's retreating. Okay? You do that all the time? Okay? Hey man, I'm gonna help my mom out. I'm gonna help my mom out, man. Oh no, I ain't. I'm gonna help my little brother out. No, I'm not. You're gonna retreat. That's an action. Backing up is an action. Number 3 is normal. Normal levels of activity. People just do what is ever expected of them. Normal. I'm going to show up for class. I'm going to sit in class for 50 minutes. I'm going to act like I'm paying attention. But hey, come on, let's keep it real. I'm squiggling. I'm squiggling in the classroom. I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over there. I'm not learning, I'm not reading, I'm not studying, I'm not preparing. I'm on a squiggle, serious squiggle. How many have been on a serious squiggle doing normal? The whole world's doing number 3. And number 4 is massive levels of activity. Massive, tremendous amounts of activity is where success lives, okay? Which one of those 4 do you think is the most dangerous? Huh? Number 4. He thinks number 4 is dangerous. I like that, dude. Now he's gonna pick number 1. Let's go for number 1 now, okay? Okay, number 1's impossible. You actually don't do number 1 unless you're in a coma. You passed out on the sidewalk, you're doing number 1, okay? Most of the time you're doing number 2, number 3, or number 4, okay? The most dangerous of all those is number 3. Normal levels of activity. You showed up for practice and you just did the practice, okay? Number 2, people do constantly, particularly in schools. They back up from an activity. They wait for the teacher to do something or the coach to do something rather than them jumping in and saying, hey, I'm here. I'm going to dominate this space. What word do you like better, compete or dominate? Dude, you want to dominate. You don't want to compete in a space. You want to own a space. So the way to do that is number 4, massive levels of activity. Some people think number 4 is actually dangerous. But I'm going to suggest to you to be dangerous. Find something you love, man, and do it. Own it, control it, take massive levels of activity with it. People tell me, dude, man, you got some problems, man. Constantly. I had a guy tell me 3 days ago, dude, you got problems, man. I said, really? What are my problems? You're obsessive, compulsive, ADD. Any of you remember been labeled those things? You got attention deficit disorder. You got what is it? A OCD? What is it called? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm like, bro, I ain't got a problem. Yeah, man, you got compulsive obsessive disorder. I'm like, dude, that's a gift. I got gifts, my brother. I have been blessed by the great gods of the universe with obsessive. I am obsessed with my success, with my family's success. That's not a disease. Let me tell you the disease right there. It's number 3. Number 3 is the disease. Number 3 is an epidemic in this country. You're going to school with kids that are just average rather than saying, dude, I demand greatness in my life. I want success. Massive action. When you decide this summer to take massive action for the next, how many months? How long is summer?